Dota community very much disappointed me when they didn't vote in the,
that's like the only one I wanted in, man. That one was so cool. It was so cool. It's because a lot of people don't like Broodmother.
Yeah.
Haters.
People have arachnophobia. It's fine. Well, now you get to deal with this one. Here we go, everybody. It is game one of Talon versus Heroic here on the Ember stream as we see both teams kind of sneaking their way out. WS, his smoke's going to pop, trying to, maybe test the waters of the high ground there. We'll just turn back. Double ward plays bottom lane here from Talon, though, which a little bit interesting. Part of this is to scout the Broodmother. One of the things he's going to do is, as he gets closer to his level 6, and once he has level 6, he crosses the river and he farms the hard camp next to the Radiant mid, as well as the lane off cooldown. So
I also
see how
think
this goes.
Hoodwink, she might do a lot of stacking, and then does she go back to the lane, or is she actually headed over to your Invoker? Right, this ward should help. Both these wards should help.
Yeah.
Make sure you're spotting that, because Beastmaster is a hero who can be left alone. Like if you give him creep equilibrium, he can maintain it with the boars.
Yeah. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say they had the same idea top with the ward in the jungle to spot the clockwork potentially, or sorry, not the clockwork, the Tusk moving over. Like if you get Razor in a good spot, Tusk could be making his way to try to gank that Broodmother, slow her down.
Another offensive block here. Schofield. Just push Cuckoo back a little bit. So, ooh, we got the boar. That's kind of nice.
I think Divide Llama couldn't micro it while trying to do the body blocks as well. So,
yeah,
one boar kill at least, but not too bad of a sacrifice. Okay, Akashi trying to pull the lane back out so it won't push as hard, but the damage is done. This is going to move out.
He gets all the CS though. Or, I mean, 3 of the 4. No deny is going to Divide Llama, so that is at least good for his lane. He'll get a decently timed. Ooh. Okay, Cuckoo is getting bodied by the boar, though. It's like, where did the other boar go? He's just using it to run at this, Pugna with the help of Schofield, and he does need to be careful of. Yeah, I would say if he goes for a blood grenade into the does not get the kill. All right, that's a lot of damage onto the Hoodwink, like unnecessarily as well. So very, very unfortunate there for Schofield.
Yeah, just kind of equalized the lane. Like you were about to have 2 full health heroes versus just the Dragon Knight, because Pugna was gonna have to sit in the back. That's kind of all in or nothing. He wanted that kill, blood grenade plus acorn shot, but just barely out of range, I guess.
We talked about this previously. Pugna using the advantage of removing his flesh and muscles to run faster. All you need is the skeleton.
The weight of the world simply slows you down.
That's how science works, right? Yeah. Don't let gravity get you down, guys.
That's literally facts.
Yeah.
Only bones has to be lighter than not only bones.
Dude, your skeleton's actually like really light. I can't remember the exact weight, but it is not much. Yeah. All right, mid lane, Invoker doing well for now, as expected. It's as things get closer to the level 6 when things get very scary. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Top lane, KJ getting run down here by WS, but this level 1 static link doesn't take too much damage.
As long as you're careful to not get Ice Shard blocked, Luna's decently fast, plus the Cogs interruption. Razor should have a hard time getting kills, but it means that the positioning between Clock and Tusk is so important. Like anytime Clockwork's out of position, you can just run in at the Luna and force her away. And I think that's kind of what the idea of this observers are too. Is like if you know they aren't there, then you're free. Like if Tusk leaves, then Clockwork can leave. If Clockwork leaves, then Tusk is going to go straight in. So the more you know about where everyone's standing, the more options you have.
Oh, nice quick play there from KJ. I love that.
It's a good one.
Yep.
A lot of personality.
They've done it a few different times. Yeah, it's very nice. Okay, Analog starting to struggle a lot more than I would have expected in the mid lane, CS wise. Invoker being very annoying.
Like you said, it's all about just hitting your level 6. So at some point, this Brood will just skyrocket past this Invoker, but the start is a little slower. Which was, it's what made Brood viable again in the meta. Before, when she just had spiders at level 1, it was, or I guess you still took the webs, but then you went spiders. That was the ultra broken Brood. Like, people just could not deal with it.
Oh, very nice bushwhack here in the bottom lane from Schofield. The Breathe Fire is going to reduce a lot of this damage. They do manage to take the dive bomb out of the picture as well, so one more Hawk slowing up Akashi. Very tanky here with his early bracer and the Breathe Fire. I think they're going to know about the ward Schofield just placed.
Yeah.
They were paying attention. They saw him back away, and now he's missing a ward.
I think they should know. Analog having a harder time than expected.
Yeah, this matchup is no longer good. The fact that he has the deny bonus experience is huge, but Divine Llama? I mean, he's going to be fine, certainly, right? Yeah, it's the bonus deny experience that's starting to add up and become an issue. Cuckoo bottom lane taking a little bit of extra damage here, but both teams just kind of trading blows. A nice deny on the Hawk there. Overall, I mean, Talon laning very well in all 3 lanes right now.
I will say, though, I think that's almost mandatory, especially with that Razor lacking that playmaking potential if you do fall behind. Get Tusk in the card, or the cog.
I mean, this was not a super value tag team. They did not get a ton of damage out of this and managed to back away. Unfortunately for KJ, pops the battery assault. A little bit too late there.
They're going to pull him back in.
Okay. Yeah, KJ.
Maybe he shouldn't have done that.
Inside the cogs once again. One more auto attack from WS, and finally we see the first blood coming out here. 6 minutes into the lane stage. Bottom lane, okay. Suddenly we're just ramping. Nice little solo pick off there from Schofield. But Makoto finds a huge rune. Amplify damage. If this lane wasn't already bad enough.
Brood is level 6 now, though.
He needs
a decent amount of denies herself, too. Yeah, it's like he has 6, but he doesn't have the mana because of the EMP spam. But he did go for the soul ring very quickly, so I think it's being delivered.
Yeah, we'll see if he can start accelerating. The fact that the Invoker has this much CS is definitely problematic. But might be able to make it work. KJ is going to scout the Tusk here. He's hoping to make a play for that 7-minute wisdom. Will not get it. Well, the cogs are out. He's trying to make his way down the ramp, but can't do so. And KJ running the distraction campaign as Schofield will be the one to take the wisdom rune. He's like, aha.
That's actually worth it, I think.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Typically, you're okay trading supports for the wisdom runes, and it works out.
Yeah, maybe the downside is it gave a bit of space to Akashi since Divine Llama actually went to go secure their own wisdom rune. So this Dragon Knight off to a solid start. And with the red facet, I think a lot of us are used to seeing it now, but it comes online a lot faster as a carry than he did in the past.
Yeah.
And he can stand up to the Brood, right? The Spiderlings stand together, like one auto attack plus Breathe Fire could actually kill off quite a lot of them. Get yourself like 100 free gold.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why we see like he doesn't bother with the Insatiable Hunger facet this game. He's just picked up the Necrotic Webs. And, well, we're suddenly at a point now where he has a spider army, and it's not going to be as easy to deal with. The Invoker does not have enough spell damage, and Cuckoo is going to get actually found on the bottom side. Ran down, Analog credited the kill. He'll be able to pick up an Arcane Rune. The recovery in process here, as that mid tower is soon to like be the target of this Broodmother.
Yeah, this next, I would say like 5 to 10 minutes is where Talon needs to get through. You need to get through this Broodmother. And the later it goes, you get more answers to deal with the spiderlings. You're not as scared of the broodmother. How much
Off the mark with the
Heroic get
bushwhack.
done?
He's still got a pretty good amount of spiders here on the tower, though. This being said, you are bringing the supports mid, and so it's causing some issues in the side lane. Schofield managing to dodge out the Tusk there. Yeah, like Luna into Razor, you can't really, you're not gonna have a great time on the Luna. So he is getting some time to free farm here on WS. Luna just going back and forth between the jungle and trying to shove the wave. So she's all right. Very even game though, 2-2, almost no gold advantage for either team. They're bringing the Invoker to the top side to try and find something, but it doesn't look like he's going to connect.
It's pretty tough at night against the extra vision Luna has. You do have the invis, so you can kind of get close, but here
goes
like
the mid tower.
how close you can stand is so tough because Ghost Walk, as soon as you affect them, they know what's happening. But you don't have night vision, so you have to just blindly walk forward and then instantly like stop as soon as you see them to not actually reveal that something's going on. It's a tricky one versus the Luna.
So I know you're a big Broodmother player. So my question for you at this point, now that the mid tower is gone, does he send his webs towards bottom side and assist with that tower, or is he trying to take over the enemy like triangle area?
I would say for mid brood nowadays, usually it's the bottom side, just because you're trying to grow the spider army, and there's a lot more camps to work with in the bottom jungle than in the top, where the ancients, actually some of them like the Black Drake, actually shreds your spiders and just destroys them. So you usually see it on the bottom side. This game, because you have the Beastmaster, I mean, he's kind of taking this tower on his own. I guess you don't have to go.
Good old Helma Dominator doing some work. Top lane, though, we're going to see them. Oh, are they fighting? Okay, no. I thought they were. Never mind. I baited our observer. I'm sorry.
It's not easy. It's not easy for the Tusk. Right. This goes back to the downside of the Razor. Not really an initiator. He's kind of just another right-clicking core. Yeah, so if you can't... I mean, they forced one objective, right? They got the tier 1, which is nice, but trying to actually get kills in the jungle is not so easy without the Invoker.
Yeah. And bottom tower is now gone as the Broodmother did eventually make her way down there. So this jungle is going to be farmed very quickly, and we talked about it earlier. Invoker was crushing the Broodmother lane. I don't know if you guys have looked at net worth recently, but it's a little bit of a Uno reverse card here. Tornado, EMP, Akashi with the early Blink Dagger into the nice stun and analog. Gonna try and run this away, but he cannot. So a very good itemization here from Akashi, grabbing that early Blink into Dragon Tail. They punish the Brood. That's a nice gank.
I actually like that so much because we were just saying like, oh, Razor doesn't do this, you know, but Dragon Knight, you usually don't do that as a carry, right? Go blink first, go join your team. But I think this is a fantastic adjustment. It's like, okay, Razor's kind of playing like another carry, so someone's got to do something. I'll buy the blink. That Brood kill doesn't happen if you don't have a blink. So perfect find. Probably the best here you could grab, and it should keep going. Right? Like, you still want your Dragon Knight to get active and help out. Maybe you wait for the next ultimate first.
Cuckoo making him work for that rune. Schofield's potentially just teasing this Razor here a little bit, doing a little bit of damage.
I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah.
You're not really expecting to do much right now. But if Razor's low enough, he can't commit. Like, it takes time for a Razor to steal damage and threaten you.
Snowball Walrus Punch is out. Another Bushwhack to try and make some space, but Luna's nearby, drops the Eclipse and just deletes the Tusk. A good bait set up here from Schofield.
Let's see if they can find more. They do have Hook Shot. If only they knew Makoto was right there. He's actually in range.
I mean, he can Tornado EMP the Luna, but there's no real follow-up for this. And Broodmother is scouting a lot more in the mid lane as well. So here we go. Hook shots in. KJ is going to be able to trap them both inside the Cogs. Sharpshooter's going to connect. The Cogs will continue to make some space and a nice Bushwhack as well. So Can WS do it all by himself? Going to try and chase down the clockwork here, but it's not enough damage. The Dragon Knight does have a blink in a second. Might go for this one. Jumps in, gets on top of the clockwork, and will finish the job. And now Schofield found in the trees to the north. Might be able to make it out. Nah, not with the Tusk shards there. Really good place there from the Tusk. All right, end up getting both supports for the movement. Very nice. Brood's going to deny their Wisdom Rune.
It's a sneaky play. Actually might die first. It's really close. I think it's going to die. No. Just a second too soon.
Very good rotation in from the DK here to join the team.
Yeah, putting that Blink Dagger to great use. And actually looks like there's some stacks up here for him too.
You don't manage to stop the Luna from farming, but you are definitely kind of stabilizing and catching up. You have Helm of the Overlord done now for the Beastmaster, going back for his drums. So Divine Llama having a pretty good game, just considering everything.
I think the timings are starting to line up. Well, actually, there's a Lincoln's queued up on Luna, adjusting for the Razor. I'm a little worried. Like, I think it's a cool idea, but I do worry you'll just get decrepified, tornadoed, cold snapped, like all sorts of other match damage.
It's good versus the Blink Dragon Tail as well, though, right? Like, so there's the initiation where they're like, maybe they're worried about just the DK getting in here. This is such a good move here from WS to just kind of clean up these Ancients with the ultimate. Does have Cuckoo to just refill him immediately once it's done. Which facet is this one again? Okay, it is the Thunderhead. Yeah, this one's cool. It's the one that AoE strikes everyone during the ult. It's very nice. Ooh, Akashi does manage to get away for the moment. The Roar is going to connect, but where's the follow-up? You need the Luna. Okay, maybe Divide can just do it all by himself. It was a lot more damage than I expected. Snowball gonna waste a little bit of time here, but 2 dead on the side of Talon as they now look for the top side of the map. Broodmother bringing the webs to the top side as well to join the team. Hook shot, swing and a miss. A nice attempt there from KJ. That's going to be all your tier 1 towers gone, and this should just be Roshan going the way of Heroic. That is the Beastmaster Classic.
Yeah, so you find the Dragon Knight, usually pretty tanky, but because he went Blink first, not that tanky. So, like I said, didn't even need the Luna really to finish up that kill. Grabs the Tusk as well. Got trapped by those cogs. Invoker has not been able to find as much as I think they were hoping. We usually think of Invoker as a solid laner into some fairly active plays, but currently only has 2 assists. I mean, I guess that's 40% of the kills, but he doesn't, like, if it becomes a farm now. Yeah, and if it becomes a farm game, you don't outfarm a Brood mid, and we see that reflected in the net worth.
I'm almost wondering if he should have just gone for the Midas instead of the Witchblade. It is one of those things that, like, is definitely a high risk, high reward, but it would potentially give him a little bit more scaling potential. But yeah, right now, with what Heroic have done, they've completely managed to split up the map, just out farm, and they've taken some major objectives. All the tier 1s, they get Roshan, and your Luna is really starting to pull away.
Yeah, looks like he swapped the back to the BKB for now. Hasn't actually bought anything, but I think you're kind of set up if you really want to start forcing objectives. Oh yeah, Spider Micro.
Yeah, he buys it. I think they're starting to realize how far ahead they are. They can't obviously see the gold like we can. It's a 5-5 game, and you're like, like maybe it's somewhat even, but they're probably clicking around on some of these heroes and realizing, like, this Invoker is really poor. We have Helm of the Dominator. We have drums. We have a super farmed Brood all of a sudden. let's just get a BKB and walk it objectives. Like, let's just take more of the map away from Talon. And we don't have a hero that's really good at taking down the spiders. It becomes very difficult.
You can also split them up. Have the spiders push one lane while 5 of you push another. For example, mid and bottom. And you're getting something somewhere.
Dragon Tail?
Oh, she jumps in. I don't know if he wants to do this.
Yeah, dude, that Mage Slayer is not going to be enough to protect you. Here comes Analog on the backside. The hookshot, the cogs onto 3. KJ has trapped you, and it's all downhill from here. 3 dead on the side of Talon, and WS on the backside trying to go toe-to-toe with the Luna. The Eclipse is out. A lot of it being tanked from some creeps, but Analog doesn't care. The Broodmother will help secure this kill. They lose the Aegis, but with 4 dead and the base or the towers now exposed as they drop the fortification, try and slow this down. Really well fought.
Yeah, you should be able to get this tier 2 top and mid because the creep wave is pretty close. So they have a ward. I guess they thought he was on his own, so they thought about blinking in and then quickly realized, oh, he is not alone and we do not want to fight, but you're stuck in this funnel point. An amazing hookshot into power cogs. And then you just get to dive the tower. Tower dives are so easy when you have the spiders and the ancient creeps. They just tank it for you.
That was a very unlucky Eclipse from Parker. I think literally every beam hit a creep. But yeah, when we go back live, I mean, Tormentor is going to be up soon as well. So with the whole top side of the map being pretty much removed from Talon, it's not going to be easy for them to take the Tormentor. And we even see a ward placed from Heroic there as well to try and scout it out. Home of the Overlord creep. That one's dead. All right, a little bit of gold going the way of the Dragon Knight. That's helpful.
Smoke up right away. Maybe trying to hope that Heroic thinks you're going to go do your Tormentor. Maybe you can go find a kill.
It wouldn't be wrong. They're like in the area. They don't know exactly where the Luna is. They see the illusions. They will scan it now on the Dire. They're like, all right, something's up. We need to be very careful here. Luna, unfortunately for her, might be walking right into the enemy team. No, not quite yet. I think they saw KJ. Yeah, they found him. They know something's up. There's a hero here. That's going to be a dead Clockwork. He's trying to play for the 21-minute wisdom, but will now just take Talon for a stroll, make them work for the kill. Goes the way of Cuckoo, into the Tormentor, into the Wisdom Rune. So a good series of plays here from Talon for sure. As mid lane, Voker now with the meatball at enough levels. Yeah, will be able to take down the spiders.
BKB on Analog finished up. See Beastmaster working on one as well. This will lead to a really nice, like, just triple BKBs. You can ignore Invoker, ignore so much of the magic damage from the other heroes.
Dude, he's so far. I actually don't know how Parker is this farm. 17,000 net worth at 21 minutes. He has the Conda nearly completed. He's level 18. Like these timings are ridiculous.
He's had a lot of space, right? This is the downside when you're focused on this Broodmother. It's like, we got to get past the Brood. We got to get past this Beastmaster power spike. It's like, oh, there's a Luna in the game, guys. Oh, yeah. Right. Brood and Beastmaster have been on the enemy half of the map this whole time. So Luna has just been max efficiency farming up her top half for a lot of this game. And then still joins a little bit, right? She actually has 3 kills. Yeah. So has found the right balance this game. Farming and fighting. Hub carries taken out.
A little bit of a cheeky play here from Parker.
Dude, if he gets the surprise eclipse, okay, Dragon Knights, he's suspicious. Getting out of there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Broodmother's BKB, like you mentioned, has the Nullifier queued up as the next item.
That'll be really helpful.
Pretty sick pickup, yeah. Cuckoo is going to have a lot less impact on the Pugna as a result of that item once it comes out. Mother just continuing to whittle down these towers slowly but surely. Dragonite, yeah, just needs one auto attack to clean those spiders up. But I mean, this is DK form, right? You burn your ultimate for this. Like Heroic are not really pressured to do anything. They can kind of just chill. Beastmaster sending an entire army to the bottom lane to start threatening that tower. So, oh, the aggressive. Wait, that was his own 4-step. Hold up.
He wanted maybe to make a little bit play.
Maybe thinking you could go for a nice like a 4-staff into stun, but the mid tower dies anyway. And like we said, you have to respond to Beastmaster's army bottom. So they just continue to farm on the Luna on the opposite side of the map. She does not really care.
Yeah, the annoying thing is, if you don't get this troll, which he's already backed it away, as soon as you leave this lane, it's just going to come again. You know, he's got Raise Dead ready to go. This is the annoying thing. Like, if it's an Enchantress, it's like, okay, at least it'll die on its own. But Helm of the Dominator, Chen, right? Like, this is permanent. You just hide this in the trees, and you just always force rotations.
Yeah,
look at this. The boys.
They're not going to come back for this at this point. So.
Or is he?
I see that. Razor on his way back. Does he get the tower anyway? He's going to try.
Boys, do it. Do it. Get it. Get it. One more.
You're kidding me. Yep, he gets it. And he resummoned too, so he doesn't even get the gold for it. So Divine Llama like waiting till the very last second to go for the respawn. You can tell he's got a little grin on his face there. So no towers left for Talon around the map. You are 16,000 gold behind in a game with, what, 16 kills? The kill score does not matter in this one, as they're about to lose their tier 3 top as well.
Oh, they're smoked up, and they know Beastmaster's here.
Gets the blink.
Do not find him, though.
Oh my goodness. That hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's the really tough part about smoking at night.
Oh, hook shot. KJ's going to force the fight. He wants to keep Akashi here. He does get the force after the low ground. Analog will catch a stun for the moment, and Eclipse just deletes Cuckoo, as now they are going to be able to find their targets. It's the Razor Snowball to buy him some space, but that just means Akashi's free food for the side of Heroic. As he's going to try and TP out on WS, but the damage is overwhelming. 3 dead. This game coming to a crash for Talon. There is just nothing left.
I don't think you have to back for Roche. I think you just head in.
Game's over.
If they all buy back, then sure, you could back up. But send in the Spiderling, send in the boys. Does he have a new one? Not yet. Send in the summons, send in the creeps.
Like Luna's got her timing, right? 20, plus the Talon, plus the Conda, and Makoto. Woo! Be careful, buddy. Straight to the tier 4s. Yeah, don't let him get the fort, right? Just go straight for it. Oh my gosh,
Cuckoo! Ouch.
Wow. Okay. Luna did 1,273 damage. All right. Yeah, I mean, they get the fortification now because Analog did finish off the melee barracks, but the damage is done. 4-staff will get Parker out, full lane of barracks, and both tier 4s dead. Nullifier out onto the Tusk, but they just need to disengage her on the side of Heroic, feeling like, all right, we got what we wanted.
Yeah, I mean, you opened up the Ancient, and you took a lane.
They got top melee as well.
The boys. Actually, none of the boys are there. It's just creeps. Well,
this is the problem. How do you stop the split push?
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You don't have enough heroes with a good wave clear. You had to win the lanes and go from there. And mid was going well. They just couldn't convert it enough. And I'm gonna go back to that Razor pick. Like, I get the idea, but we saw so many plays now where it's just walk at them, and if the Dragonite does not find the blink stun, or he can't follow what the Invoker does find, it just doesn't happen. They just leave. And because of that, you couldn't convert the winning lanes into anything. Next Roche, scouted with the Sunstrike. I would say you just give it up. You probably lose if you do that. So they might come up here. It's way too late. You might see if you can find anyone like scattered, the random courier by the secret shop. You kind of have to find something, because if you just wait for them to come in, they will rat you to death. But I don't think you can find anything.
I feel like your only play here is to sit this high ground and try for a smoke wraparound and find, I don't know, the supports immediately and kill them. But, or, you know, you burst Parker, I guess, get his Aegis. As soon as this gets to your high ground, this game's over. So I don't think you can really wait. And instead, they're just gonna blink aggressively. They find Akashi, and he has to retreat. Okay. Like, this is one of those moments, I think, for Talon. The game's not really in their hands. Like, it's on Heroic to kind of lose at this point, it feels like.
I'd agree with that. I'd say if somehow Tusk gets the kill onto, I don't know, like Broodmother, he's 2,000 gold away from the Ags. That is your way back into this. If you can get kickbacks and just constantly find pickoffs, kick him into your fountain, that's the only way I can see you coming back in. But 2,000 gold, the game probably ends before then, unless he finds a kill streak kill.
I think he has to just like sell his items and buy an axe. Like that might be the play. Tornado, EMP gonna make a little bit of space here. Falling low on the Luna, again, does have the axe. The lane, or the backdoor protection, helping for the second, but the mid lane should crash and break that. They do get the tower. Yeah, they'll get it. All right, Aegis down. Respecting Talon's high ground defense for the moment. But Makoto just gets grabbed. Has to be very careful. Sharpshooter off the mark. Nice bushwhack attempt, but a good force staff to save him. And the Glaive's getting to work. Kuko on the backside just nearly died. WS going in. A nice Ice Shards breaking the fight up. They get on top of Divine Llama, but it's just not enough damage. This one is so far behind. And yeah, Parker just running through the side of Talon. 3 heroes dead. The GG comes out, and Heroic ending the game. 30 minutes with a 32,000 gold advantage. The mid lane Brood, man, it started off slow, but boy, did it accomplish its goal. Smoke movement out from both teams. For those of you that are just joining, it is game 2 of Heroic versus Talon. A very quick rotation from the Monkey King. Gets a deep ward, as well as breaks a little bit of the smoke there. One of the benefits of running the Simian Stride. Kashi will not get the same luck. He's actually gotten boots first. An interesting build here for the TA. That is not what I expected.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think through it. I mean, Akashi, master tier TA player. I'm sure he knows what he's up to. Maybe it has to do with dodging
really defensive
shockwaves.
ward.
I guess maybe expecting a lot of creep dragging. Yeah, I bet so. Probably has to deal with dealing with creep dragging. Nyx loves doing that. Blast a couple creeps along the way. You know you're playing against TA Enchantress, which is a really strong lane, so very likely just creep dragging to dodge it to get yourself the first few levels of farm.
Clockwork. Took a nice path to get to this bottom rune, but will not make it in time. Yep, there's your D ward. That did not take long. And I mean, the other really good part about this is protects the small camp block as well. That is like the perfect sentry they could have gotten.
Yeah, it's also... Okay, so he does end up removing it himself, but because of that, because of the where he placed it, it doesn't necessarily make you think, oh, they saw me place it, right? It's like, oh, Enchantress was just making sure the small camp was open, and he got my observer. That sucks. But you don't... Maybe you're suspicious, but you don't know for sure that there was an observer that spotted you.
This lane is going to be very difficult for Divine Llama as the enchant Blood Grenade comes out. He has a shockwave to try and juke this out in the tree and slow them up a little bit, but I think this might be our first blood. He just needs one more auto attack, and he's got it. There we go. Walks down the Magnus, and just like that, Akashi is going to be very happy with his game. Cuckoo tips him after the alt chat from last game. Okay, that's very funny.
When you deal the alt chat, you got to be ready to take some alt chat, so... Maybe we'll get a little bit of a spicy game here. But the first blood is a great start for the TA. It did give Nyx time to really mess with creep equilibrium, so they do have a fairly big creep wave pushing in. Should be able to eventually stabilize top for at least a little bit. How's this bottom lane going? We were thinking Monkey King versus Doom should be fine, but so far Doom looks good.
Yeah. Speaking of all chat, Mr. Owie2000 put out like a blog post today regarding like all chat in Dota, and it was actually a really good read. So if you guys, if any Twitch chatters have a moment later, go check out what he posted. It's a good little piece of info, I think. Oh, the tornado creep, and Schofield's immediately deletes it from the game.
The tornado is so annoying, actually.
Dude, Akashi is just sick of the Nyx assassin existing in this lane.
Man, we were wondering out boots first, but he's putting it to good use. He's actually just chasing heroes around.
I mean, it got him the first blood, right? Not what we expected. Oh, okay. That's awkward. That hurts a lot. A shockwave pulled back Cuckoo into a missed impale, and then now he just gets the tornado creep to run at Divine Llama.
Fight for the Lotus. Who got that? KJ?
I have no idea.
Yeah, KJ grabbed it.
Dude, I feel like he's so good at getting Lotuses on this clockwork.
Battery Salt helps a lot, too, to interrupt them while they're channeling. I do want to point out, Parker is still going to go for the Battle Fury, actually. He's actually rushing it so fast. He's going straight Cornucopia. Also, kill the courier along the way.
Nice. So Cornucopia is actually, I think the reason being is the changes to Simeon Stride to 95% makes it really rough.
True.
And so you do need the HP regen, or you have to build a lifesteal item. And he's just not a hero that wants to build lifesteal. So I've been kind of seeing more of this. KJ gonna get dove behind the tower here, or rather in front of the tower. A good movement there from Cuckoo to secure that kill. But yeah, I played Monkey King recently and did like, the Maelstrom, stuff like that. And it felt rough because you never got to use Simeon Stride if you took any damage. So I've been seeing some people go back for Battle Fury as a result.
Yeah, until the late game, 95% is like, oh, I got hit by one spell. I can't use Simeon Stride. Like 2 auto attacks. Can't do it anymore.
Ooh, denied water rune. Very nice movement from Cuckoo. Analog will get a bottle refill from KJ though as he TPs into the mid lane. And, well, Cuckoo doing some great movements already on this Enchantress. He's just dodging out wherever the Nyx assassin is at this point.
Especially with that first blood, Akashi should be fine top as you roam around on the Enchantress. TA is a hero who can jungle really early, but...
Parker, he does have 8 stick charges, but this is going to be a lot of damage after the Phoenix. Boundless Strike could potentially find a kill as Schofield comes in. There they go, the connect on, and WS goes down. Really good TP in here from that Nyx assassin. Now mid lane, trying to trap in this Void Spirit. Won't be able to do so. But a good movement again, putting some pressure into this mid lane, slowing down Analog on this Void Spirit. As Makoto, as soon as he hits level 6, we might see him go for a coil play here. He's going to be close. I think he gets it off this one. Needs a little bit more. Not off this wave.
Yeah, Analog fortunately does have a couple denies, so trying to limit how soon that coil comes out.
Analog gets it on this. Oh, I was going to say off this creep, but just barely off. Never mind. And Makoto abusing the puckish off the tower, right, to get a ton more sustain out of the lane.
I wonder if that changed this matchup, because it used to be kind of skill-based. Trying to punish Makoto while he doesn't have 6.
They need to
secure
the 6-minute rune, like really badly. They're going to try and grab top here. Remnant, does he get it? He does. Steals the invis away. He's going to die, but no bottle refill for the puck. Now they're going to look bottom with the rotations into the mid lane as Parker getting aggressive on WS here, but he has no points in Jingu.
I wonder if that has to do with laning versus the Phoenix. Maybe
yeah.
Not worth it. Or I guess Doom could also take the creep that dispels and then just remove it. But he doesn't usually want that creep. I don't know. I think it must be about the Phoenix.
It's
I guess
yeah,
Enchantress when she comes
Phoenix
in
is the
too.
big thing. But also he just gets Infernal Bladed if he goes up too, right? He'll take the Infernal Blade and then the Phoenix Fire Spirit. So it just becomes very difficult. Schofield gonna take a lot of damage from the Phoenix. As in comes the Doom. This is a freebie. Yep, very nice. But again, we saw this last... Oh my gosh, Cuckoo denies the top one. We saw this last game where, you know, Schofield, kind of a distraction, and then they end up getting the kill, take the Wisdom Rune away anyway. But Divine Llama needs some help. He actually might just be dead to this trap. He is dead to this trap. Wow, dude. Cuckoo is bodying him. Double Astral Step in here from Analog. He's not going to have the damage for the Enchantress either. Just heals it off and can TP to safety. This is a disaster in the top lane.
There were 3 traps down that side. I don't even know when Akashi had time to do that.
That's another kill bottom. It is 1-6. Heroic are getting slaughtered in these lanes. That being said, Parker is like almost to a Battle Fury at 8 minutes. All right, nice coil out bottom. RP's gonna be dodged. Well played from Makoto.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Does me? Oh, Enchantress is gonna get there first. I was gonna say because Puck moved, Analog should get the rune, but you would have loved to have that on your Void Spirit.
Oh, he takes the courier as well.
Cuckoo haven't. Okay, well, actually, okay. Cuckoo's a little focused on the enemy courier. Forgot his own. But I was gonna say Cuckoo's having a hell of a game so far.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the funny thing is the Nyx Assassin is kind of farming just because of the nature of this game. Like he's just been sitting, zapping creeps, which is just what he does. Analog should be fine. Does have 15 wand charges, 16 to deal with. Bottom lane, they actually take down the Phoenix. That's a Wukong's committed though. As you are losing this mid lane tower, you guys got to come help your Void Spirit.
Doesn't quite have enough health to safely deal with this on his own for long. They're gonna choose not to dive. Maybe with the creep you could continue pressuring there.
Bottle refill in mid lane now. All right, how close? I was gonna say how close are we to Nyx level 6, but he actually has it. So we might see the Nyx Assassin rotation soon, but Parker bottom lane getting ran down from the Doom. Does he get saved here? The slows from the Blood Grenade. The Shockwave, everything is just barely enough, and Doom goes down, gonna lose his courier mid lane. The coil here onto the Void Spirit. Does he make it out in time? He's not going to. A little too much damage. A worthwhile trade, honestly, for Talon, as this will just mean the mid-tier 1's dead as well.
Finding a kill, though, is giving some space to Monkey, who went this greedy build, this straight Battle Fury. It means you get to pressure the lane less. But it does mean you start to accelerate a lot faster.
Yeah, he has no boots, right? It was just completely raw Battle
Magic Stick, Iron Branch, Battle Fury. Pub players, please don't copy this one.
This is only something Parker can get away with, okay?
Pro player special right there.
Top lane, looking for the tier 1 tower. Schofield gonna lock in. Needs to be careful. We'll just zap away Cuckoo's creep, but Makoto's here with a shield rune, and they're just gonna dive Divine Llama here. Once again, the RP onto 2. Analog needs to chase. They will trap them in the cogs. They've managed to finish off the Magnus, but do you have the damage to finish off either of these heroes? It doesn't look like it. Schofield now getting ran down by Makoto on this puck. Underneath the tower, finishes the job. 3 dead. They just do not have the damage on Heroic. They're too far behind right now.
I think you just have to slow down the pace of the game right now.
Is he just dead? They have Waning Rift. He's absolutely dead. This is why I don't like the Void Spirit pick. You need something that stops Puck entirely. And Makoto is just destroying this game.
I feel like he was doing okay in the lane, but I feel Puckish has tipped this matchup into Puck's favor.
Yeah.
See the rotation. If the RP came out a little sooner, maybe that fight goes better. But because of the silence, he gets it a little later. gets it, but skewers him out of the tower, right? And doesn't quite make it to his tier 2. And they're feeling strong enough that they're comfortable playing this far back.
Yeah, he had a shield rune running, right? So he's just absorbing so much damage.
Oh, well done by Talon. They're making use of the lead they have. Like, sometimes you just see a lot of farming going on, but they're really pushing it.
There's been
Coil
no
has been
pressure on the
used.
Templar Assassin either.
Yeah, Coil has been used off cooldown, I feel. It's constantly going out. Speaking of which, 10 seconds till maybe another play, especially depending on what this rune is.
Dire's top tower.
It's a regen
Oh,
bottom.
regen, that's a good one.
I mean, they've gotten pretty much every power rune. Schofield will be able to find the Phoenix here. Wukong's command. Boundless strike. Into the chain stun. They got him. Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So a little bit of gold going the way of Parker, who, like we talked about, had an incredibly fast Battle Fury, like around 9 minutes for his Battle Fury, just because he was relying on the Simian Stride to have mobility. Bottom lane WS looking for KJ here. Dude, KJ's level 4. I don't know if he's making it out of this one. Well, the puck's not going to chase. Okay.
They don't want to get baited too far. RP and Blink is up, actually. Let's see if they chase a little too deep.
Can you get WS with this? They'll go ahead and just blink, skewer him back into the Impale Analog here as well. The Remnant isn't enough. He's protected by the Pavis. They do manage to finish drop. Ash will step on through, connects onto several, but there's the Coil and the Egg dropped right on top. They do not manage to finish it off, and 2 will die instead. KJ drops the cog to try and get some space, as the aggression from Talon is not slowing down. Even gonna just chip this tier 2 tower. Zakashi just finished up the Desolator.
Do still have RP, so I think they're going to respect this. They're going to back off before people start respawning, rotate in. I think they didn't expect so many people to show up to that Doom play, but also being a little bit
Parker,
behind.
He's got Doom. Oh boy, yeah. When you go the Battle Fury rush, you cannot afford to get doomed, and that is a free kill for WS off the blink there, and even a trap from the TA to make sure he cannot escape.
Time to sell the
That's a
blink,
huge
get that
kill.
Midas back.
Yeah.
Look where Talon's playing too. They're just back on this enemy triangle. Like, you have this Magnus, you have Battle Fury. You want to be farming ancient stacks. You want to be able to farm your jungle. But Talon is just in your face, farming them in front of you. So what's the point of these farming items?
Another Wisdom Rune steal there.
You're not looking to fight, I guess. So you just dodge
I mean,
him
desperately
out.
needed. He was super underleveled this game on KJ, getting a little bit back, but Schofield scouting out some heroes here. Does see both supports hovering with Makoto. The question is, can you burst them with Analog? Maybe with Parker you can. Divine Llama gets the skewer back. Nice cut off there from the Nyx Assassin. They'll find the kill. The Coil's out. Cuckoo in a little bit of trouble here, surrounded by some extra heroes, but KJ chasing after the puck. That's the hero that they really want to kill, but doesn't look like it's gonna work, and Cuckoo just heals through all of this damage. They have no way of dealing with the Enchantress, and now with WS, a nice pullback. Wukong's command misses the Boundless. Oh no!
Okay, doesn't matter.
They
It's fine.
still managed to finish it. The Wukong's is enough damage this time, but it's gonna cost you some extra heroes. Schofield with a buyback. A little disengage. Where? Oh, Puck went bottom. I was like, where did they go? Who are they chasing? But Puck went south, I guess. All right, he's good.
A little worrying, but maybe unclear how far that skewer was going to go. But in the end, they still get finally a nice RP into the Wukongs, which is the combo you have to be scared of for the rest of this game. And it just kind of took a while for it to come online, but they very much needed that fight. They're still 6K behind, but at least you're going to put a little bit of fear back into Talon.
Oh, does TA have the shard? Well, they're just going to coil immediately, and he's dead.
Doesn't need the shard, but would be a good game for it. I wouldn't be surprised if he queues it up pretty soon.
Yeah, so this whole fight starts. Schofield's positioning on the backside here, actually just catching the dive with the Spike Carapace is huge. Otherwise, that egg goes off 100%. So really cool movement there from the Nyx Assassin. But Makoto just way too elusive. You don't have an answer to it. You need the Aghanim Scepter from the Void Spirit. Maybe even a Yule Scepter. Like, you're missing a lot of items at the moment to deal with Makoto's puck.
I mean, despite the state of the game, that Battle Fury rush, it's keeping Monkey King close. And by nature of Wukong's, like if you have a farmed Monkey King, you could potentially kill everyone, especially with a good RP, some chain stuns from like the Nyx, Boundless, right? It's doable. It's just, it kind of depends on Talon grouping up a little bit. And if they can stay scattered, they should be able to win fights. Like you trade a couple heroes, but ultimately you win. Get started on the Roche.
Should be pretty easy. You got Phoenix and Enchantress. This Roche is never going to attack anything.
The slowest attack speed I ever saw was Tiny with... What was the item that took away your attack speed? The neutral before?
Oh, Craggy Coat? Old Craggy Coat reduced your
Was it old Craggy Coat?
Yeah.
I can't quite remember, but that was... It literally... You just didn't move. You just didn't have an attack animation. They caught
Did they see him? I don't think they saw him, though.
The Fire Spirit just hit him. They know he's here. He blinks. Are you kidding me?
Where? I don't even know where he went. Okay, he's gone. Dude, you're kidding me. What a nuts
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wasting their
escape
time.
there from Schofield.
Dude, go back, Schofield. Go for the blink steal. Do it. Do it. Oh, he's going. A Rocket Flare scouted it out.
He goes for the Blink Impale and takes this. That should be absolutely insane.
Blind. Yeah, he had to just guess.
Oh no, it's not dead, Schofield.
It's like, why the heck are you guys doing it so slowly?
Yeah. Bottom side, do they know about these heroes, or are they just... Okay, they actually saw the Monkey King, but they're also just going to get rewarded with a free Divine Llama kill. He is in no man's land.
1 second. Quick TP.
Yeah, he's got a Fire Spirit on him.
Yeah. TP cooldown still up too. Okay, they throw the coil just to make sure he doesn't get away. They don't know his blink cooldown. They don't want to risk it.
Did he lose a jungle item, or is that a Talon jungle item? I don't know. There was one sitting in the camp there. I don't know which one it was or which team it was, but
it looks like they should have access to all their neutrals. So I think that must have been a Talon one.
Okay, it must have been Talon. All right. Yeah. Manta for Analog, knowing that he has no way of dealing with the puck otherwise, so needs the Manta. Will eventually get to the Aghanim Scepter, but again, it's just taking you so long. Like, you are so far behind, 3,000 behind this puck, who you know, quote-unquote counterpick, right? Puck has a Parasma and a few hundred gold.
That's scary.
That's very
Parasma
scary.
does so much damage. The longer this goes, I mean, that Wombo combo cannot be understated. If you have Empower on your cores and you get a good RP, Talon has to always respect that. But they should still have relatively free reign for 5-10 minutes.
Smoke's gonna pop. Schofield in a good spot here. Blink in. Wukong's command is out. The egg, however, on the low ground. They get the Doom. The turnaround's there. This is a disaster for the side of Heroic. They've already lost one. It's gonna be a second at the backside of the fight. Analog hoping for anything. KJ just stands still. Knows this one is over. 4 dead on the side of Heroic. Maybe more as Divine Llama. Well, gets a solo pick off, I guess, onto the Phoenix as he chased maybe a little bit too far. The BKB response from Doom was way too good.
Yeah, the egg placement, so solid. And they just send in the Doom, just kind of bait him. They know they've got the follow-up from the puck, the Phoenix egg, which, you know, we were talking about, it's like, that's the playmaker. Who's going in first? For now, you're so ahead, you're not too worried about needing to get the perfect Doom. So Doom just gets to go in, find the information for his team. Yeah, we get a replay here, right? They just send Doom in. It's like, okay, he's the focus of everything, but now you know, here's 3 heroes. Let's just drop all our spells on them. And even though they just about get the Doom, they don't actually quite, right? Even if you kill the Doom, you're still happy with that fight. But the fact that he lives is just so painful for you.
One thing that was very close was that the dive almost went right into the clockwork as he was zipping by, which would have stunned the Phoenix. So there was like a moment there where like maybe a couple pixels forward on the Phoenix and he gets stunned mid-dive and the egg doesn't come out, right? So something that, you know, just comes down to the Phoenix, really heads-up placement, like you said, and just getting the egg out, guaranteeing the fight.
Perfectly calculated, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, this game is falling apart for the side of Heroic here. You have a farmed Monkey King, but the Enchantress has now passed both of your other cores.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And I don't think, like, these are not fast farming cores. Like, Void Spirit and Magnus are going to be just passive the whole game. Like, they will, at their best, will maybe get one more item before it ends. Like, they do not farm. So,
in theory, they should
struggling.
be with the Empower, but not when you just don't have any map space.
yeah.
Oh, his
He
tree's
gets the
broken.
tree cut. Oh, my goodness. What a sick play. Sentry comes down. Wukong's command immediately dropped. The silence is there. No boundless strike. And this is just going to be 2 kills. Surely. Parker doing his best to hide in the trees. Will he juke this one out? Oh, nice impale from Schofield.
Sacrificing.
It actually might give him the space to get out. It does. Well,
One more. Oh,
so close. All right,
The
that was a
ultimate
really nice
sacrifice.
play from the Knicks there to bail out Parker. 7,000 gold gained during this Aegis.
Parker's getting close to his BKB. You can start to fight when you have that, maybe.
Bottom tower has
And this is the hard part, right? Running around the map, sure, you can do that, but as you approach high ground into the Magnus, this is where things get really scary. So Talon has to do this so carefully, pay full respect to the RP Wukongs, right? If you have empowered Void Spirit, he's jumping through everyone. You could easily throw it. So I imagine they'll just play it safe, wait for a pickoff, try to get maybe the next Roche. But I mean, if you have an opportunity before that, you do have a TA with Deso. She can get some serious tower damage in. She's already at 20 stacks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
7-0 and 10 on the TA right now.
Not bad.
A prize.
One thing to remember, you always have
RP.
Blink, RP, Skewer, pulls him up onto the high ground. They're going to try and burst down T, but the Remnant actually misses from Analog, and Akashi is out. Oh, no.
That would have been a pretty good find. Instead, it looks like Monkey King might be the one in danger.
Monkey King's dead.
Yeah, I don't see how he gets out of this. No Schofield to help him this time.
Man, that is, I think, literal worst case scenario. 2 dead now.
accidentally
You have
break
a
your
buyback
items,
on
too.
Nyx, but what can you do on Heroic here?
They're hunting. They have a deep ward, scouting out KJ, trying to grab some Lotuses. You get them.
Don't worry, guys. We're making the play for that block of cheese.
Have we seen a block of cheese in a pro match yet? I don't remember seeing one.
I think we might have seen once. I'm not 100% though.
I think the idea of block of cheese is so interesting, and yet it's so rare.
Yeah.
Rarer than tier 5 neutrals, which is kind of crazy. I'll tell you why. Why did they change it that you can't lock the Lotuses anymore? Why did they do that?
Yeah, maybe it was strictly because of block of cheese. Like
It's not that
double
broken.
silence out from TA. Is the trap damage enough? No. Okay, Schofield dodging death here, just barely.
Doom's looking for analog. WS. Oh, so close.
Oh, Magnus. I mean, look at the plasma damage. We just
It's all
attacked
over
him one
the
more
map.
time. It's gonna be close. They do manage to pull the puck in for the moment. Schofield
just
not
missed.
close enough to get the stun. very close attempt.
If Parker had actually committed the Wukongs, I think they killed the puck, but I don't think they were going to get that hook shot. That was like a surprise. Oh, it worked. Let's go.
God, Analog is still so far from an Aghanim Scepter.
It's pretty good, though, if you can get Centaur.
My goodness.
Okay, he's out. He's out.
That would have been so sick. Analog?
Oh, no.
Or Divine Llama went in for a nice little potential blink skewer play there.
I think the
cool if they got the
terrain.
Doom.
Yeah, I think the terrain messed it up there. Kind of put Doom in a weird spot because there's like the high ground, low ground stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that skewer back. I don't think Doom can get out of there. You at least finally get like a
You at least get the BKB.
core kill. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice spike carapace from Scofold. Oh my goodness, so close. A little bit of hesitation from the mag though. Otherwise, a second attempt at potentially killing that TA on the high ground.
Maybe cooldown. I mean, it was just moments ago he escaped from bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe he needed to blink up. I mean, but this is what I was saying, right? You got to be so careful of the skewer backs. These didn't work, but you don't really get punished for it if you're fast and puck's not there to instantly coil. So at some point you get something, right? If you're not careful on Talon. Now, getting this Aegis will make it much easier. You can put TA on front, and if she does get skewered back, it's not too bad, but sometimes it does pull the rest of your team into a really bad spot.
They're zooming down this lane under the cover of this smoke. Obviously, Monkey King makes it very easy to do so, but they managed to find him. Makoto, very nice grab. BKB's out from Parker. Roshan getting dragged around here outside of the pit, but Schofield trying to find an opening on the next assassin, not quite getting one yet. Who's gonna find their target? WS on the Doom, looking for that target. Schofield gets caught from the silence. Do they have the damage to finish him off? It's a skewer back only onto the Enchantress. Do they even
gonna die?
Cuckoo? He's still alive for the moment. They don't have it. And now they've managed to bring down Divine Llama. His buyback's available. We'll have a second attempt at an RP, but oh, that hurts so tragically. KJ's might go for the Roche steal.
I think you have to, but it's got to be blind, and I don't think he's in position in time to get there.
Oh, he pops on the creep wave. Yeah, there's no way now. Great silence here from Makoto. I mean, they're just trying to get anything, but this is like BKB, skewer back, and you just don't have the damage to kill an Enchantress. Bottom lane, as we go back to live, they've managed to find the Void Spirit. They commit the Doom just for safe measure. Did you manage to get on top of the puck? That's a dead puck. A huge kill streak going to KJ, though. The flare from downtown is what secured the kill. WS here playing very aggressive on the Doom, knowing he's got some backup in the TA coming. Oh my god, that damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh, RP actually somehow catching the Doom by mistake. The Boundless Strike Skewer, they get the kill. Okay. A little bit of a happy accident, I suppose, for Heroic there. You lose the Nyx Assassin, though.
I mean, you'll take that trade any day of the week. I guess it did take a lot of ultimates, right? That is RP and Wukong's. But I think Talon will wait for their heroes. You could argue you could push it, but it's kind of scary. Yeah, Doom blinks in just as Magnus blinks in. Oh no, maybe not.
Like,
I get that was just the most people-wide RP ever.
Maybe, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was looking for the TA, right? And he's just like, oh,
yeah.
hello.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're gonna maybe make another attempt on a Cuckoo bottom. Top lane Parker with double gem. Oh my goodness.
Dude, that's so scary.
Why does he have double gem in his pocket? All right, Cuckoo is actually 4v1ing bottom. Does he get out this time? Plus or minus? All right, he's not making it out this time.
Maybe that Centaur
to
stomp
finally
connects.
bring down the Enchantress. A big kill though. I mean, that's a lot of gold. Why does he still have the double gem? What is going on here, Parker?
Deciding who deserves the other gem. They're all making their case. He deems them unworthy. He's gonna keep them.
All right. Theorycraft here. What do you think you need to do to, like, what could you do to gem to make it worth carrying 2 at the same time?
Oh, I think you give it like flying vision or something.
Yeah.
When you carry both.
Like just permanent flying true sight. Like not necessarily vision, but like anything that's invisible around you, you just see immediately.
Yeah, or like if you place
Through
multiple
trees and
observers
through
on the
fog
same
and stuff.
spot, it starts stacking up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. That fixes the skill issue of accidentally double placing
Exactly.
observers, right?
Well.
Okay, so you still have Aegis on the Templar Assassin. A little bit of a slip up here temporarily for Talon as they give up a few kills, but you are still quite in control of this game. They haven't taken a lane of barracks yet, right?
No, not yet. In fact, they haven't really chipped much damage either because it is so tough. But you have 2 more minutes, trying to see if they can find any pickoffs. They're maintaining the 14k gold lead, but really any slip up, you lose some like 2 heroes to the RP Wukongs, it's gonna go back to an even game.
Oh no, Park. Oh! Okay, that was the most fortunate boundless strike of his career, I'm sure.
Coil misses us.
Everything off the mark. Double disengage. Okay. Woo! I mean, that's a really smart play from Talon, knowing that that is an option there. They're going to look for Akashi. So they saw all the heroes go back the other way, but I think the
Parker
TA
and
trap scouted
Schofield.
them out a little bit.
How many times have we now seen them in that area baiting several heroes in? And really, they've only ever killed Schofield once, right? It's buying so much time for Heroic.
Both teams smoking up here. You have an Ags on the clockwork. Okay. A little bit extra scouting for the team fight, which is really useful. Also just good at clearing waves, right? That's the other thing. You can kind of just split push waves with this and kind of stall the game.
Yeah, he's not sure where they are, so he's just going to start popping it. He's going to see Enchantress and TA. See if they get baited in, thinking the rest of the team isn't here.
20 seconds on this Aegis. It's not the best time for Talon to fight unless, you know, the TA happens to die immediately. The ward bottom here will give them some vision. Makoto goes in aggressively. Does manage to find the clockwork, but they don't connect on anything else in the Doom. Does he manage to find the voice breeze? He's trying to hide into the trees. The clockwork making some space, but they got him. WS secures this kill onto the Void Spirit. Schofield will burn to the Parasma damage here of the puck. 3 dead already for the side of Heroic as the Divine Llama and Parker make their way into the trees. Actually, Parker is stuck. Needs to be careful.
You need the greatest wombo combo man has ever seen.
Wukong's command. Do they have the damage to bring down Akashi? He's getting forced back and forth. The Void Spirit's going to buy back, but I don't think they have this. Analog's going to go in and do his best to secure it, but he double astral stepped in for this. He has to pop the Manta and run. Cuckoo is just sitting on the high ground, unbothered by any of these other heroes. Divine Llama will force him back into the tier 4s. Boundless Strike is there, the Remnant to try and finish him off, but he does not care. He is too tanky. Healing through all of this while his team finishes off the lanes of barracks. Now both supports for Heroic will respawn in the next assassin. Teeping in aggressively here. Sunray immediately canceled. Can you get away? Clockwork starting to give some vision. Slow up this back line. Schofield looking for an opening. Gets the Spike Carapace out, but can you kill? Who do you go for, really? Like, you need to take the TA out of the fight immediately.
I think you chill at this point.
Yeah, you're not going to find the opening.
Actually lose barracks, which is pretty amazing considering that was 5 versus 2 to start off with no one having buybacks. But I think he must have gained enough gold while waiting, so we did have 1. It's considering how bad of a fight there was outside the base. That ended up, yeah, like this fight right here, huge coil into eventually finding the Doom on the Void Spirit. And unless you get the ideal jump or you find the Wukong's Magnus RP, right, you're just not really going to win those fights on Heroic.
Yeah.
Just full retreat mode. I'm actually kind of amazed they did not lose barracks there.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. It's 21,000 gold advantage,
Radiant's middle tower is under
and they still have not managed to crack the high ground.
Radiant
There is a tier 3 tower gone, and, you know, bottom melee fell pretty low.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
Well, the MVP melee creep from Enchantress, betraying his own kind.
Radiant's middle
We
tower
don't take
is under
kindly
attack.
to traitors.
Is there anything that Talon is waiting for, item-wise, here to try and close this out? Like, where are we at? We have an arcane blink on the Templar Assassin. That's wicked. WS did go the Kaya Yasha, so that's one of those Doom builds we were talking about, right? Just a lot more damage out of your spells.
At this point, you're just waiting for the next Roche, and you're hoping the traps eventually help you find a pick-off, but it's been tough. There's a Monkey King, a Nyx. They're able to move around the map without always being scouted by these traps. Talon's been trying, just not successful so far.
In some trouble, drops the cogs here, tries to hook shot up to the high ground, but yeah, quickly picked off there by Akashi. Nice use of the traps. Divine Llama will go ahead, skewer in, finds the Phoenix, but almost dies immediately. The Doom gets his target of the Void Spirit again. He's gonna go down. Parker needs to run away. Nyx Assassin incredibly low, uses the Yules here to buy him some space, but a quick meld strike to finish the job.
RP onto 2 into
RP
Wukong
out from Divine Llama. There's gonna be the Wukongs. Do they have the damage to finish off Akashi? The Boundless Strike connects onto both. They get him. A huge series of kills again out of this Magnus Monkey King. You buy back on the Nyx Assassin. He cannot afford to die here. He needs to Yules at 17 HP. There's going to be a second trap, though, and that might be the damage. Oh, that hurts so bad.
Monkey King is trying to find something. He knows he can solo Doom now that he doesn't have to be worried about it. The ultimate. Puck's another story. I think you could win that fight if you could actually lock down the Puck. So Skewer, he lives, goes back to the fountain, and does an immediate TP out. That's what catches Talon off guard. They think they have a few more seconds while Magnus is healing up, while he's walking back into the fight, but immediately TP's behind these trees. And Parker is going to start channeling the Wukongs in right there. This is such a nice combo.
And a good reposition for the Boundless, too. Yeah. I mean, clearly Divine Llama learned a lesson from yesterday, which is pre-BKB on the Blink initiation, right? Yesterday, we saw him go for the Mars play and gets instantly hexed. Obviously, there's not that much of a threat of it this game, but if you don't manage to find the right target and your, Blink RP skewer back fails, the game might have just ended. So very good play from Heroic, again, stalling out this game as Monkey King is now level 25. And we do have the additional Wukong's command ring completed, as well as a nullifier. So getting outside of Wukong's command is going to be very difficult now.
He's queued up the refresher on the Magnus, finished up the Ags for Horn Toss.
I mean, Horn Toss is very good.
Yeah, but it means if you ever find the Magnus and he has no buyback, I think you just win the game.
True.
You have to be very careful.
Joke's on you for thinking Divine Llama is going to leave the base.
That's true. Very true. Not even going to think about the Roche. Like, just go for the steal again, guys. Surely, third time's the charm. You'll get the timing right.
3 seconds to the Roshan. I mean, if they were all there, maybe they could kill it in the 20 seconds, but not likely now, as it will spawn bottom, or I guess move its way bottom very quickly.
I like his movement. So now they're going top, but Parker and Schofield always moving together, just increasing their odds of survival. That Monkey King farms while Nyx looks for the threats, and if they do get Monkey King, Schofield has come in to try to save him.
Overwhelming blink on Makoto. Very good item for the Puck. Makes it so difficult to get away from this hero. At least I think he had overwhelming blink, right?
Yeah,
right?
got it.
Okay.
Third Roche
on number 4?
Oh,
or 3?
I think 3. This is gonna have the refresher, which I guess Doom. Yeah, looks like it.
I like it on Doom. Cheese for the Phoenix is very nice as well. Like if Phoenix almost dies, cheese into egg could potentially turn the fight, which we haven't really even talked about it, but the Phoenix is now about to pass both of the other cores for Heroic. As I mentioned, not typically known as flash farming heroes. They are very much struggling this game.
Use that rocket flare Ags to just keep the lane shoved out.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
At some point, Clockwork will pass the Void Spirit in the mag.
Probably because he can farm while in base.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
Kodo looking for these heroes top side. We're going to be lucky enough to find him coiled just barely off the mark. Good attempt, though. We'll force Parker out of the top lane at least and cut the shenanigans off.
Until he makes his way out to the lanes again.
Yeah, which, you know, not too difficult.
Yeah, it's exactly what they need to do. Talon, I don't know. It feels like so far Heroic has managed to hold each and every time. As soon as there's one massive mistake, it's just it. And Talon, they keep trying to find it. I don't know. It's such a tall order for Heroic to keep perfectly defending. Let's go field.
Oh my
This is
God.
scary.
This
is
is,
so scary.
dude, no way. Where's the Doom?
Onto the
We
Monkey
got
King.
someone. Oh, that is massive. He's just gonna drop the nullifier, but he needs to leave. He cannot afford to die to this. And now the Magnus inside the base gets caught from the TA, but has the RP to run, but a tight attack from downtown. He finishes him off, and a second Doom is coming. He gets Parker. An immediate buyback will be spent. A big commitment from the side of Talon, but it might have been everything they needed to finally end this game.
Still out here
Blink
Wukongs
RP, no
with the
Nyx
extra
Assassin.
ring.
You can defend tier 4s with the Wukongs for sure, but for how long?
Talon, not sure if he has buyback on the Magnus, so they're just gonna clear out the Megas first.
Yep, that's it. Mega creeps for the side of Talon as they now look to just farm them in the enemy base. Analog. Lucky high ground miss. Okay, they're just trying to get vision for the TA to finish off the
Wait,
silence.
what?
Will take down Makoto. Okay, gotta be careful here, Talon. This is still the enemy base.
Nullifier.
Next assassin goes in, gets the stun, jump side on the back. Wukong's command's gonna come out, block them from getting out, but the meld bash. Out from Akashi, puts a
He's
stop
just getting
to
killed.
Parker, falling low. He doesn't have the boundless strike. He's gotta get out of here. The fire spirit's burning him as Analog's making a little bit of space, but he does manage to get up into the trees. But Cuckoo on the backside.
Cuckoo's
might
gonna
finish
kill him.
the job, and he does. This
had a
whole
cheese.
game has been the
He's so
Enchantress
back.
messing with the side of Heroic, and he gets away with it. And an absolute masterclass performance from Cuckoo as Heroic will drop game number 2.